On today's episode of Six Pack Cinema, we are talking about Liam Neeson's most recent revenge and action movie called Cold Pursuit. It's got a body count of 25 people. Let's get into this one.
Dude, you should review movies.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, I've had a couple, so movie review.
All right, what's up? Thank you for joining us. This is Six Pack Cinema. My name is Jimmy. I'm with John and Dave, as always, and today we're reviewing Cold Pursuit. So either you just saw Cold Pursuit, you want to hear a little bit about it, and you found us. We thank you for joining, or you're a regular listener. We thank you as always. How this works is we're going to give our gut reaction to the movie. We're going to talk about it, what we liked, what we didn't like. Then we are going to rate it with a popcorn score and a critical score. And then we got some other things that we do. But let's dive right in. Dave, you go first, because I think I know what John's saying on this one.
It was not what I expected going into this movie at all. It's not good. Of all the movies this year, this is definitely the one that has a kid driving a snowplow past his dead dad as the climax. I can say that about it.
Yeah, that's...
This movie is not enjoyable.
Okay, if I had to guess right now, I would say John is going to be on the complete other side of the coin. Let's hear what John has to say.
This was not what I expected. I expected a low-toned, average Liam Neeson movie about, personal vendetta, but it turned into this all-out mob war with body counts and people dying in horrific fashions. It was amazing. I was so pleasantly surprised by this whole thing.
I don't really know what to make of this movie, but I liked it.
Bam. Suck it, Dave.
For what it was. Like, this was Taken. Like, this was a revenge movie with such weird bits of comedy added in that I'm guessing Dave didn't find funny or found more corny than funny. Like, the son driving the snowplow past his dad was them making a joke. Like, this blended satire and revenge movies. Like, the guy still in the air.
Yeah, no, that was, I laughed at that point. I liked the satirical parts. I just felt like they didn't lean into them enough. It tried too hard to be both, and it failed at being either one, in my opinion.
No, I mean, Viking, the whole time, he was a comic book character, a villain.
Oh, he lowers 10 points on my score alone. And if he doesn't win a Razzie for worst performance, then
but he was so over the top. It was terrible. I know that. But
I liked him too because it was so over the top and funny.
It was so
he was
bad.
In like the comedic movie.
No, he was so bad. Like the role was comedic. A vegan, juice drinking, morals abiding killer. Psychopath. Like, that was a comedic role, but I thought I read a review somewhere, I think it was on Reddit, where someone said it was as if he spent so much time trying to perfect that dumb accent that he forgot every other aspect of acting. And that's how I feel like if you closed your eyes and he was doing a cartoon version of a Batman villain, it would have been absolutely perfect. Well, I wrote down one of his quotes because it fucking made me laugh so bad. In a bad way. Those Indians, they're always wanting more because they think the turf was theirs all along. That's what it was. It was so bad. I was like, holy shit. How did the director allow this to happen for the whole movie? He was hands down my least favorite part of this.
Yeah, no, he wasn't supposed to be good. It just played the whole movie
like over the top.
No, but
the whole movie was like that. It was like,
no,
I
that's
thought this was supposed to be serious.
The whole movie was good actors playing, like, acting well, and then there were subtle jokes around that. It wasn't like a whole. He was the only person that was a whole character was a cartoon.
Exactly. He was the most extreme part of everything. He was like a polar end of the whole spectrum.
I don't know, he was terrible.
If you want to anchor him with the crazy parts of him, he is the anchor. 10 points alone, sure. But I'll give that to you for that one scene alone where he takes a swing at his wife, and it looked like he's never swung his fist at his life.
He's terrible. Everything about him was not
That
how
one
it was
one
supposed-
scene was just so like it made me gasp at how bad it was.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
It was like they had one take, like yeah, sure, that'll work.
I
Let's
wanted
go.
I wanted to run down the names of the dead in this movie because they put them on the screen.
The nicknames.
Along with their religion, which I
Yeah.
liked when he was killed. He was a hippie.
Wait, they put.
Oh.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
had
end.
like stars of David or crosses, and his was a peace symbol
Oh wow.
when he died.
Whose was Liam Neeson?
Viking.
No, Viking, the
Oh, that's
mob
funny.
boss.
I didn't pick up on those. I loved the titles. At first, I was like, "What is this? It's so weird." And then when they kept coming up after every death, I was like, "This is funny."
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's like the Simpson rake joke. Where like the first one, you're like, all right, whatever, and then it kind of gets annoying, and then by the end, it happens so much you can't help but laugh
and
at it.
and then at the end shootout when they had 9 guys on
Oh.
screen all at once, that was pretty good. See, I
Laugh
liked
out loud.
so I liked
That
that.
was great. I love that.
Here are the names. We got Kyle, which was his son.
Mhm.
Kyle led to Speedo. Well, Kyle led to Dante, who led to Speedo, who led to Limbo, who led to Santa. Tonto got killed, which led to Eskimo being paid to kill Viking, but Viking killed Eskimo. And then in turn, Viking killed Wingman because he had Eskimo paid to kill Viking. And then Dexter got shot because he said they should just apologize to the Indians. And then Dante got overdosed. Sly died. Nick Bone brought the head. He died. Janitor Chuck died. That was weird.
That was
And then
so-
at the end
so
shootout,
sad.
you had Thorpe, War Dog, Smoke, Palamine, Little Man, Grobar, Shiv, Windex, Rushmore, Scalp, Andy, and Weatherman. And then at the end, Viking dies. You can't say that for many action movies. Like, here's the dead people and all their names. It's kind of a cool, unique thing. I like that.
Unique is
No,
the right word.
I liked it too.
Did you, Dave?
Yeah, because that was on like the wacky corner, like satirical side of it,
I know.
Did you
I know,
like
which
how?
is what I liked.
Did you like how quickly it got into it?
Yes.
Yes, right away. It was
It
like
should-
5 minutes in, and his son was already dead.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then he was already on his mission. He found what was the first guy's name?
Speedo.
Speedo. I like so the funny parts. It's probably like less than 10 for me, but they were so weird. Like
Yeah.
when he's about to kill himself with his rifle in his mouth, and Dante, his son's friend, pops out of the corner, and then the rifle stuck to his lip because it's cold, you know. And then he has to unstick his lip to the rifle. Like, what a weird, subtle joke to plan.
Yeah. Unless it was an accident, because that does happen.
Yeah. The other one, I'm going to go through those. The other one was the whole Elway versus Manning thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that never got a payoff though. He asked it of like the one guy. It was like a kind of recurring thing, and then he just dropped it. I thought he was
No,
going
he
to ask
just-
it of like the kid or ask it of Viking or something.
No, it was because
No,
that was
he-
on the radio when he was driving to the wedding shop.
Yeah, he just heard it.
I-
and he
yeah, I
turned
know,
the car
but I-
off before the answer.
It was fresh in his mind. No, he said, "Oh God," because I think he's an Elway fan. No, he's
Well, then-
yeah.
he thinks Manning's right. I don't know.
No,
no,
Elway.
he thinks Elway because he mumbles under his breath. It's Elway. or
But I
whatever,
thought
like-
Limbo chose.
No, yeah, he did. Like, and I thought it was going to be like this thing where, kind of like No Country for Old Men, where he flips the coin. I thought this was just going to be him like going around and asking these people.
Oh, I wouldn't
'Cause
have
think
liked
that.
that.
Could have been. Yeah, I would have liked that.
No,
That
I
would've
wouldn't.
been
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have.
I'd like that it was just like that was the last thing he heard, so he asked that.
And I think it was him trying himself out as a serial killer. He was, you know,
I
because
didn't
it was a
know.
very like movie thing to do. He's like, all right, well, I'm leaning into this little role I've got myself. I think that was part of it.
The next moment was like him and that guy named Santa were laying on the snowplow just laughing, and then he just like
Yep.
ha, 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 boom, blows his brains out.
Because he was winded. It was great.
Yeah.
The fact that he was I was hoping he was saying like, yeah, man, I've killed 3 guys today. Like, cut me a break.
The most like gut wrenching scene in the movie, I think, also came with my biggest like chuckle, is when his Dom from Entourage is gay with Dexter,
Mm-hmm.
And Dexter's like, you should just apologize for killing the Indian. Say it's sorry, write him a note. And he's like, what do you want me to do? So he kills him, but then Dom from Entourage has to watch his lover die. So like you're like, holy shit, what a moment. And then in that, he shoots the inflatable. So the guy starts sinking. That gave me a really good chuckle. I was like, what is this movie?
I liked the Native American mob had an actual Indian guy in it. They're always like, saying, oh, just make the Indian do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What was up with the skiing at the end? Can someone explain that to me?
They're having a good time.
They're
waiting.
That go to a resort and have a snowball fight.
No, like the guy who like went with the parachute, and they're like, "Do you know what your mission is?" And he was like, "To find the white kid." And then he was still flying in the air at the end.
What? No.
No.
They asked if he knew how to fly, and he said he was born to fly.
Yeah. And he didn't know because he was stuck in the air.
Yeah.
For hours.
It was very stupid.
Yeah. It was very funny.
No. I don't get it still.
There's nothing to get. It's just a bad movie.
Yeah, they were just hanging out waiting for the Viking crew to show up, essentially, because they had the phone call from Dexter. They were working with Dexter ever since Dexter's lover got killed. So they were waiting on him to show up. And so
Dexter was the lover.
Okay, so Dexter's lover, whoever that guy is.
Yeah. He had a nickname, but I forget what it was.
Me too.
But I don't get why they went to the resort, because the resort had nothing to do with any of the murders or Dexter or anyone else. They just went to this resort to, like, have a snowball fight.
Kehoe is a shithole town with nothing there but this one resort. They don't have a motel. They don't have a hotel. The only place to go to stay is this one resort. That's it.
No, it was dumb.
How is it dumb? What other option? Do you think they want to plant teepees in the snow and wait? That'd be racist.
No, that's racist of you to say that.
Couldn't they? They're rich, and why wouldn't they just go to the resort?
I'm gonna listen to this line of dialogue real quick to clear something up.
Oh.
You're right. Sure, you done this for? I was born to fly, white boy. So they're just having fun?
Yep,
yeah,
having a good time.
They're just having fun. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's quality. They're just dicking around.
That doesn't make any sense. What you know who really didn't make any sense? The police. They shouldn't have been in the movie. Emmy Rossum and the other guy.
The whole reason why the girl was there was just be as a tool to narrate to us what was going on. That's all her whole purpose.
But I didn't need her to help. I was like, now we have to
show,
watch.
Don't tell.
Yeah, I have to watch them get caught up when I already know. You know what I mean? Like if that would be a big thing. Like scrap that entirely. I love Emmy Rossum. She's one of my favorites, but what did they bring to the table? Like in the end, I thought they were going to be involved in the shootout. They were going to play a role somehow. They didn't do anything.
No, they just waved the kid driving a snowplow by.
Yeah.
At the shootout. That was the role. It was awful. Anytime their scenes came on, it sucked what little energy had built up out of the room, I felt like.
Well, I liked their first
They
scene.
were just like catching up on shit we already saw.
Yeah.
It's not even like they were getting new information.
I liked the first scene just because I liked the line where she was going to arrest someone or give someone a ticket for smoking weed, and he was like, we live in a resort town. People come here to ski, fuck, and get high. And we just need to keep them safe. And I was like, that's a good way to think about his job. I was with him. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. What are some other things that we have to talk about? Like, did you I liked how Liam Neeson's character, his son died, and the Indian character, his son Tonto died. So they both wanted to kidnap Viking's son.
Yeah.
I liked how that
Liam Neeson's was to like kidnap the son so he could get to Viking, where I'm forgetting the Native American mobster's name, but he wanted to kill the son.
Yeah, but
a son for a son.
The son became a target for both of them, which I thought was a good
parallel
to drive the plot to like a climax point
together.
Or whatever. Yeah, to mix it together. When I realized that's what was happening, I was like, that's cool. I like that.
And it brought Viking out to save his son. So the whole thing was about 3 guys with their sons and 2 mob bosses and 1 plow driver, which was
Who was the son of another mob guy.
Yeah, the fact that this plow driver like started a complete mob war is amazing. Just one of those small town guys. It's a good story.
It was a killer. Like, we didn't really know much about his background, but he killed pretty easily. He wrapped him in fishnet and threw him in the ocean.
Because he read a crime novel, he said.
Yeah.
Well, and like it's pretty clear his brother and his dad were both like in the mob too.
No, not his dad, just his brother.
No, his brother said that he went into the family business while Liam Neeson's guy became a snowplow driver.
Okay.
So the family business is clearly being in the mob.
Wingman just died.
How about him taking one for his brother, realizing what was going on and being like, yep.
His wife spits on his grave.
Yeah, but the fact that he just like, yeah, I got cancer, you can kill me. Because that was him protecting his brother. Because he knew they got the names mixed up.
I was pretty confused about something at the very beginning. See, this is why I watched it a second time, and there were still some questions I didn't get answered. The opening scene shows them grab a guy, pull him into a van, like beat him up, put drugs into him, and then he drives out of he like falls out of the van, and then
that was Dante.
There was 2 people in the van that they had,
and so they killed them by overdosing them.
Yes,
they killed one of them, Liam Neeson's son, and they were gonna kill the other one, but he got out and ran, and that's who shows up in Liam Neeson's garage when he's about to commit suicide.
But why did they kill them? They were supposed to like drop.
They stole coke
out of a bag. They lost
10
right?
kilos. Yep.
Yeah.
So his son was actually, or his son wasn't a drug dealer. They shot him up. Okay.
Dante got involved. He was supposed to load the packages on the plane or whatever. And Nick or Kyle was he was working that day. He was one of the, and they just assumed they're friends that they were like working together. He had nothing to do with it.
The first time I watched this, I didn't give it good enough paying attention because I thought I was like, that's a revenge movie. I'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. But then they jumped into it so fast that I picked up on it, but I still missed that part. And when I went back and watched it, I was still kind of confused. Like, why did they?
No, they don't do a good job explaining it in the movie.
And the screener we had was a little bit dark and choppy, so I think you might have missed something in that too.
Yeah. Do we have anything else that we need to?
What do you think about the wife bailing so quickly and without like any much of a fight? I mean, I understand in real life that's probably exactly what happens. You lose a kid and marriage falls apart.
If I was to rewrite this, I think, and this may sound like sexist, I guess, I think they were like, we need female characters in the movie because, you know, Hollywood's going to rip us apart. Because the wife and Emmy Rossum's character didn't need to be in this movie. He could have been a single father, or, you know, she could have died, and then it would have been one less character. She brought nothing to the plot that was different. Like, if they were about to have a fight, like, where the fuck have you been? At one point, he even asked her, he's like, don't you care where I've been? And she was like, no. And then there was another scene, she's like, what did you talk to him about in your golfing trips? And she brought nothing to forward the plot. Or hunting trips.
No, I felt like it was a waste of Laura Dern, because she's a decent actress. She could have brought something to the movie.
I like Laura
Dern. She's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just wasted her.
I wish they made her more powerful in her. That's like, if they had to have her in there, just like engage her with Liam Neeson more.
And
she just leaves with a card with nothing written in it.
That was a badass move.
I like Emmy Rossum too.
Oh, no, Dave. Leaving a note and then you open the note and there's nothing there. That's such a fuck you. I love that move. Such a good move.
That's how my girlfriend's family gives birthday cards or any type of card. They just buy a Hallmark card and don't sign it so that you can then reuse it for someone else. It's like a gift within the gift.
Wow.
I like it.
That's so weird.
I like that. I feel like if your marriage falls apart and you're not going to confront the person to their face, you write a note.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was funny. The fact that you didn't, I laughed out loud.
No, it was just stupid.
I just take him out of the movie. Like, I think they just shoehorned some female characters into this. Viking's wife, she had more of like a say in stuff, I guess.
Yep.
And at the end, she grabbed him by the balls and like emasculated him in front of all of his hoodlums or whatever. But Emmy Rossum and the police, I'd scrap that. I'd take the wife out, just make him a widower or whatever. I don't even know.
Wow. Wow,
Divorce.
Jimmy. In 2019, you're talking about removing every female from a movie. That's interesting.
See, like this is why they didn't. Make one of the make one of the mobsters a female. You don't have to remove all the females from the movie. Make an important character a female. They gave him unimportant characters.
Or you know what you do? You make his wife a police officer, and she's the one investigating it.
yeah,
Combine
nice.
them.
that would be better. Yeah,
Much better. That's like it immediately improves it.
yeah, it's a good call, Dave.
Good job, Dave.
Adds a whole new element to it.
Yeah, that movie could have been okay instead of this trash.
It's not trash.
I think if you want to go watch a Taken-esque movie, it's not as good as Taken, clearly, but I think you're not going to be
Critically, no.
dissatisfied. That's
Critically, no, this is not as good. But I mean, entertainment-wise, this one is pretty tops.
yeah. Let's get into our ratings then. All right,
All right.
got. I actually did something I haven't done in a while. I have my popcorn set, but for my critical, I gave myself a range, and I was going to see where after this conversation where it fell.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first, and we'll do popcorns first.
Okay.
I gave this a 4.5 popcorns.
Really?
That's so high.
Oh, but no, Dave, it's not, because I also gave it 4.5 popcorns.
Ooh, I gave it a 1.
See, the old rule we have is if there's two matching popcorns, we.
Well, now that
That's-
we have a thing, we don't do that. We
Oh,
have
I don't
a
think we're
sheet that
changing rules, are we?
calculates it.
Uh,
Are we going off our official sheet?
I don't think
know.
we're changing rules.
One seems pretty low, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Well,
That seems like
to be fair, when I wrote it down, I have it written down. I have 2, but then you guys reminded me how much I hated this movie, so I lowered it.
Dave, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you need to just relax a bit with these movies. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, it's
Not
like
to me.
it's a popcorn movie. Dave, how many other ones have you given out?
That's okay.
I don't think so.
I like this.
Not a lot. Maybe 2.
Because, like, okay, so you gave Mother 0, 15-7 Paris 0, How It Ends 0.5, Cold Pursuit 1, and then you have The Snowman, Kindergarten Teacher, and Mudbound.
Wow.
That seems low, Dave.
That seems extremely.
Were you in
harsh,
a bad
Dave.
mood when you watched this?
No,
I
I walked out of the theater in a good mood because the entire theater was like making fun of the movie and like yelling things out and like it was like when you go to see a bad movie and the whole theater is mocking it. That's like I had a good theater going experience, but it was in spite of the movie, not because of it.
All right, so the average out is to a 3.3 popcorns. I think that we can all agree to make it an official 3.5.
That's fine.
Okay, I guess we're not doing the old rules anymore.
Now that we have the official spreadsheet, which, I can put this on the website.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's awesome.
we-
That's an awesome thing to put on the website.
yeah. We need to get their emails though. Yes.
Yeah, but we can do that. Like we can put
That's separate.
mail letter and then see our reviews.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, let's go into critical score. Do you guys want to know my range or do you want to know my final? Do
I
you
know
wanna
your
know
range.
The full thought process?
I
Okay.
want to know the final and then tell us just
All right,
tell us
my
the range.
range
Jesus
was
Christ.
from 68 to 72.
That's
Small
high.
range.
Full,
No.
that was the range. That was the range. All right, that was the range. After talking, it's a 68. Nothing got
Okay.
bumped because we talked about, and there was just more problems came up. So it's just staying at the lowest possible.
Yeah, we could have gone into way more.
But we all did agree, and Dave was leading this charge, that we had been too harsh on movies in
Yes.
the past.
Yes.
And so
I
so I think 68's fine. Like it's for what it is, it's pretty entertaining and good.
Yeah, I think we are extremely harsh in this movie by calling it a 3.5 popcorn. I'm sorry, a 1 popcorn movie.
And I think there were some brave choices, like to insert that weird humor, like shooting
Yes.
the inflatable. Like that was
Well, this is apparently like a shot-for-shot remake of some European film.
same exact director did it, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, but I meant like, so that's why it had like those weird flourishes. more like an indie European film. Because
Yeah, but
their
that
style of films are
that
different.
goes into style and tone and critical score, and I thought that they made me laugh, and they gave it a much different vibe than any other revenge action movie I've seen in a while.
Mhm.
So I was giving it a decent enough score, 68. John?
Walking away from it, I was thinking, I was like, wow, this is like a mid-'80s movie because well, no, I caught myself. Don't worry. When I sat down, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go look at my my list of ratings because I need to make sure I'm in line with everything else. I'm like, well, I can't place this higher than Tully. I can't play, So I'm adjusting it to be a 71 because it has problems. We know that, but it had a lot of good things. I thought.
Okay.
Had a lot of good parts about it. So 71 it is.
And Dave hits us with a 15.
Fucking Dave.
No, it wasn't.
And we're
quite
booting
that
Dave off
low.
the podcast.
You guys can there are more things to give merit to in this movie than I was thinking going into this, so I'm raising my score.
That's nice.
Wonderful.
But I
30,
never
huh?
want to watch this again. It's not great. I'm gonna give it a 42.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Can you imagine if I didn't make this episode?
No.
So glad I got
No,
here.
Sheehan. That averages us out to a 60.3, which I think is fine.
That's perfectly fine for this movie.
I feel it's a little low, but that's all right.
I don't think it's
I
damaging.
can live with
I
it.
don't think it's damaging.
I think, okay, I'm more upset
I
over the
originally had
3.5
a 28.
That's
popcorns.
too
I'm
low.
more upset over the popcorns, but this is okay. So you call
Yeah,
it
the
60?
popcorn is more. Yeah, the popcorn is more crazy. I expected you to say 2.
No, well, that's what I originally had until you kept reminding me of things I hated in this movie.
Well, see, Dave, you
And
make
I
this
just-
popcorn score based on what you already know. So the fact that we are affirming what you already know does not compound against that. You understand?
No, because I write down my scores like a couple days later, so I
No, I'm
forget
saying,
some
but you made
things.
but you took into account these things that we're telling you. You realize them, and just because we're repeating them does not add them to your score.
No, it does. How I make my score, it does.
That makes you a dumb person.
What?
okay.
Wait. What?
You're just mad.
I'm just saying that your logic doesn't make sense.
Oh
So you're saying we should go with my original popcorn, but also my original critical? Which
no.
will lower it even
I
more.
fully agree with Sheehan on this one. That the popcorn is when the movie wraps. Where are you at? Because it's watching it. The critical, that's what you ponder and think.
Mhm.
Because you did this on another one too, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" You did it on Buster Scruggs, where you lowered your popcorn on the first one because it didn't match the tone of the last 4, and I was like, "What are you talking about? That's not how that works." So it's just a different way we grade.
Yeah, it's just a different way, and I gave it a 1.
Okay. All right.
All right, so that lands it. We have a couple things we want to do. Give us the Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. What do you guys want first, critical or audience?
Well, we kind of did this on Headliners
Yeah,
last
a little
Friday.
bit.
But critical was high then, but more reviews probably came in. I can see why the critics are higher than the audience because it is
sure.
a little brave in its choices for a revenge movie. So
Yeah.
I don't know, like a high 60s for critical.
I'm gonna say criticals are like above a 70.
It is at 70%.
Nice. And then audience is what, like 45?
No.
59.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
That's fine by me.
Which is about like equal around our score.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to drink some spiked hot chocolate with this. What are you guys drinking?
Ooh.
That's good.
I was gonna go with a snow cone.
Oh, that's good.
I was gonna go with like a mulled wine.
A
Mold. What is
warm.
that?
molded wine.
Mulled wine. It's
Mulled.
like warm. Yeah, mulled. Yeah.
Okay. MULLED.
Yes.
Good.
Oh, not moldy.
Yeah.
not
it
moldy.
sounded like
I don't know.
MOLD.
I have mush mouth today.
Okay. And
But I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
If Ben Affleck was in this movie, who would he play?
He's got to be the bad guy. He's got to be Viking, right?
he could have made a better Viking.
He would have been a great
Yeah.
Viking.
Or his brother, maybe?
I think he could have been good in Liam Neeson's role.
Yeah. Liam Neeson doesn't actually do much for me.
In this one?
Yeah. Like, I wasn't like, oh, it's a good Liam Neeson movie.
No, but he didn't do anything wrong either.
He didn't do much. He just kind of talked and walked.
That's true. Yeah. I was more interested in the mob aspect. It's funny now that you bring it up. Viking felt like more the main character.
It was so bad. He should have won a Razzie. All right.
He absolutely should.
I wanted to show you where this falls in our official Six Pack Cinema catalog of ratings. Pretty interesting. This is right above it is The Man Who Killed Bigfoot, The Man Who Killed Hitler, and then The Bigfoot.
Great movie.
See, so that one we gave a 61, and this one has a 60, and that one we gave 4 popcorns, and this is 3.5. So pretty similar.
Yeah, Dave.
Jurassic World is right underneath it.
We may have been too easy on Jurassic World then.
And Lego Movie is also in the 60s.
In the range. Yep.
Not a big range for us. The low 60s. Only 3 movies in the low 60s.
Yeah.
Happy Time Murders has a 58.
Fair.
All right.
Very fair.
Well,
All right.
Thank you guys for listening and joining us. That ends this episode of Six Pack Cinema. That was our official review of Cold Pursuit. Body count of 25. I counted because they put all the dead bodies on the screen for us. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, go check out. We have a whole catalog full of 70 other movies, some TV series. Go check those out. Every Friday, we do a Hollywood Headliners show. So there's a lot to listen to if you enjoy movies and our reviews. Is that it? Follow us on Twitter, Six Pack Cinema, Facebook, Six Pack Cinema, Instagram, Six Pack Cinema. Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
See you Friday.